My vengeance ends now.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, and in this video we are going to talk about Loki, the future Loki, if he is the one that blew the horn. I'll be giving some reasons and I hope you guys enjoy it. But before we get into it, I just want to say three things. One, thank you all so much for the support on my Odin series. Like, you guys are just blowing me up and I really do appreciate it. Two, it's gonna be a little bit of a schedule. Subscriber theories will happen on Friday. Weekly votes is going to be put out every Saturday, and I'll feature that votes and the comments in a video. And John replies. You guys really loved the first video that I did, responding to your criticisms, your comments, your thoughts. You guys really appreciated that, and that will happen every single Sunday. So I'm very happy to have this schedule. And the last thing is, consider becoming a YouTube channel member. $1 a month goes so far. It gets your name in all of my videos and in the description. Also, you get some awesome emotes to use in my streams, and when you comment, you see the badge next to your name as well. I hope you guys really do consider. You get so much for just $1. You can choose to go even more, but $1 is literally all I'm asking for. But let's get right into the video. First off, let's discuss the timeline of events leading up to and after the horn being blown. In order to show you guys that Atreus does have some type of connection with it, I need to go over this again. So let's start from the beginning. We're gonna start off with Kratos and Atreus. They enter Tyr's vault with clear skies. Assaulted by Modi, which leads to Atreus having a power release that looks similar to Kratos' Sparta's rage, it leaves him very ill. Kratos starts heading towards Freya. The weather has dramatically changed. The skies have darkened, storms are coming in. In the distance, lightning is in the skies. Grim is the best way to describe the weather. Kratos makes it to the underground passageway, and as he heads down, the horn is blown.
Somebody just called the serpent.
Kratos heads downstream to retrieve the Blades of Chaos. The redness of the scene is most likely in Kratos' mind, but the weather effect is still there, scaring and confusing the animal life. Now let's fast forward. Atreus is now better. Armed with the knowledge that he is a god, he becomes arrogant. During an encounter with Sindri, he gets angry. And the anger Atreus is showing, as well as the spawn of the storm and lightning, happen almost in sync.
I can tell you a thing or two about family matters.
Let me guess. Your brother isn't as talented as you, and his work is junk.
Those things are accurate. Your point?
It's all you ever talk about, over and over. Do something about it or shut up already.
I see.
Yeah! We're sick of hearing about little people's little problems!
Those things are accurate. Your point?
It's all you ever talk about. Over and over. Do something about it or shut up already.
I see.
Yeah! We're sick of hearing about little people's little problems!
The world once again becomes grim, and becomes grim out of seemingly nowhere, responding to Atreus' anger. Doesn't the timing between the horn being blown and Atreus being sick seems a little bit coincidental? The exact moment when Kratos and Atreus are completely doing something separate, that their attention is elsewhere, whether Atreus was ill and Kratos was tending to him, heading to Freya. That's the moment that the horn was being blown. Corey Barlock on Twitter said we'll find out in the next game, but I think the answer is a little closer to home than we think. Now, let's not deny it. Atreus has a lot of powers. He has a lot of godly abilities that are slowly coming into fruition as we see his growth in the game. I believe that one of his many abilities is something similar to Zeus. Zeus had the power of lightning to control the weather pretty much. I also believe that this is one of Atreus' abilities. He showed this when he was getting angry and the lightning came. However, if he actually didn't cause the lightning strike when they encountered Emotes, who did? And I think it was Loki from the future as well. Now, before you say that's a little bit of a stretch, Loki's entire family is actually here. All of the kids that Loki spawns, Loki's future wife, they're all already existing in this world. I proved that in my last video. Check it out if you haven't. But the fact that everybody in Loki's family is here already from the future, that means that most likely Loki himself is here as well. Now, let's say it wasn't Loki. Let's say it was somebody else. Let's go down the list of who it could possibly be. It wasn't Balder. If Balder and the World Serpent met face to face, they would have been fighting. The World Serpent simply wanted to fight us because of a simple mistranslation by Mimir. Mimir telling him that we're with Odin. And the World Serpent was ready to strike. Now, imagine if the World Serpent saw one of his sons there. There would have been a battle instantly. And that rules out Odin and his entire family as well. So it wasn't Thor, anybody related to Odin or Thor, or hell, even Balder. It rules out pretty much all of the Aesir gods. Now, I used to think that it's Heimdall, because Heimdall blows the horn to signal that the gods, that Ragnarok is beginning. However, Ragnarok hasn't begun yet, so that kind of blows Heimdall out the water as well. Whoever it was had to have knowledge of what was happening so Kratos and Atreus wouldn't encounter him. Somebody with foresight maybe who can see the future or see the future of events in the timeline that he's at, similar to what we already know that Atreus aka Loki can already do. Plus, he was sick during this time, so he might have known the moment he can actually contact the World Serpent. Speaking of the World Serpent, do you guys think his behavior is kind of strange? When we leave Tyr's vault and Kratos is heading to Freya, we can catch a glimpse of the serpent. The serpent doesn't seem angry, he doesn't seem distressed, he just looks around, gazing at everything and what's happening. He seemed to be familiar for this type of weather. It's not like when Fimbulwinter began where he just pretty much hid away. And you can no longer see the World Serpent, only his body in certain areas of the map. But when Fimbulwinter begins, he just disappears. However, in this scene, he looks over with a gaze. Not really scared, just curious. Now, if it is Loki, there are two questions. One, why would he use his ability to control the weather? Or was he releasing some kind of power that would change the weather? And two, why would he call the World Serpent to begin with? It's not like the serpent would tell us since we don't know his language, and we can't even trust Mimir because he's not telling us everything.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff when the World Serpent talks. You have to rely on Mimir.
Yeah.
Who's giving you all the information. And he totally doesn't.
Yeah.
So,
He knows the pain of your loss.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this creature, this is not just some big beast. Like, this is a creature with thought and emotion.
This isn't just a set piece.
Yes.
it's Atreus' kid.
Spitting it out.
Perhaps Atreus, well, future Loki, was in a battle and needed to use some powers. Maybe he was out there trying to free Fenrir. Literally anything could have happened because we weren't there to hear commotion or anything like that, because remember, Kratos at this time was in Helheim trying to get the heart. Whatever events was transpiring in Midgard happened while we were in Helheim. During that entire time we were in Helheim, Loki could have done almost anything. And most likely we will find out what that is in the next game. But as it stands, there's too many connections and too many coincidences when it comes to that whole lightning storm. The exact moment Atreus gets sick, The exact moment Kratos has to go to Helheim is the moment we hear somebody blow the horn. Atreus' anger triggered a lightning storm, and a lightning storm happened while he was sick. There is just way too many coincidences in Faye's plan, and Corey goes on record saying that nothing was by accident. Everything in this game was done for a purpose. There are no mere coincidences. But what do you guys think about Atreus, Loki in the future blowing the horn, Loki doing something while we were in Helheim, maybe have some type of battle? I'm not sure. What do you guys think happened there? I'm gonna come out with another Loki video probably tomorrow. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Definitely check out the videos that are on your screen right now. Go ahead and binge watch everything if you like. A lot of information in all these videos that I do. I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Deuces.